Did Shoto tell you the story of how he got scammed with the taxi? So Shoto was messaging us being like, guys, I think my taxi is like taking me to a random place, and like we're in the middle of nowhere, and on Google Maps it says we're 30 minutes away from the hotel or something. And I was like, what the f do you mean by that? Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, are you kidnapped? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you're in a random area, in a random neighborhood, in a random taxi? What? I was like confused. But at the same time, I was like, you know, that means I have a chance to arrive not too long from Shoto. I did end up arriving later, but Shoto then was already there and I arrived at the hotel. So I told my mom like, hey mom, can you help me? Like I'll take my own bags, but can you take your own bags? Because I need to check in for both our hotel rooms. So how it works is me, Shoto, Numi, Yuzu, and Yusan is sharing a shared, like a connected room together. Numi also has another hotel room. There's like 3 hotel rooms in total during this trip. The first hotel room is the hotel that Numi shares with her roommates. The second hotel room is the room I share with everyone else. And the third hotel room is the room that my mom is sharing with her friend, right? So when I arrived, I'm like, Mom, I need to check in for my room and your room. So let me do that real quick. And she's like, yeah, of course. So I went up to the front desk. Now here's something that I don't know if Shoto told you guys this part of the story, but I was like, it got awkward a little bit. So I went up to the lobby lady and she was so sweet. She's like, welcome. And I'm like, hi, I'm checking in. There's 2 rooms that I need to check in, but the first one is, this is my booking number, blah, 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 blah. She checked my booking number and she's like, oh, wait, are you the person that man was talking about? And I'm gonna assume that man is Shoto, right? Because this whole time I had a back and forth with Shoto. I was like, no, Shoto, I'm like 5 minutes away. I lied. I was like 25 minutes away. But I was like, because Shoto wanted to pay for the hotel. But again, you know, it's not about the money. It's about the principle. My friends flew from halfway across the globe to hang out with us in Thailand. I only flew from Indo, right? Like a 20-hour flight compared to a 3-hour flight is like, you know, and I want to treat my friends after a long days of travel. So I was like, why didn't you pay online? So because the room is a connecting room, they only accept down payment. I tried paying in advance online, but they only accepted down payment. So I did down pay it, but I didn't pay it fully. Like, you need to pay it fully when you arrive, right? So I know that's a bit weird, but that's how it worked. But yeah, like Shoto arrived first and he's like, please just let me pay, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I'm 5 minutes away. I'm 5 minutes away. 5 minutes later, he's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm 5 minutes away. 10 minutes passed and I'm like, I'm 5... Me saying I'm 5 minutes away for 25 minutes straight is one of the best things I've done so far. I'm like, oh man, the traffic. Yeah, I'm 5 minutes away. And he's like, bro, you said that 20 minutes ago. And I'm like, no, I'm actually 5 minutes away this time. That's true. At one point, chat, I did tell the truth. You know, I keep it 10% most of the time because 90% of the time I'd be fucking lying. But an actual Dragon Ball episode fucking true. Oh, I need to cough. Hold on. 10% true, 90% lie. That's me. But doesn't matter. It's a thought that counts. And also, it's like a nice hotel, you know? Like, Shoto can just sit down, relax, like, chill, man. So, I didn't meet Shoto because I think he was in the toilet at that time or something. But the cashier... Not the cashier. Concierge, right? The front desk lady. The front desk lady was like, oh, are you with that man that came in earlier? And I was like, oh, yes. I'm assuming that's Shoto. I was like, yes, that's my friend. Yes. I don't know why, chat. I swear, I'm not crazy. The moment I said yes, the receptionist lady, she looked up at me. Like, she gave me like a look. You know what I mean? She gave me like a... that look. You know, like that. And I was like, yes, that's my friend, the man that came in. She's like, okay, so you booked this for 5 people? And I'm like, yes, it's gonna be 5 people. And she's like, okay, is anyone else here yet? And I'm like, no, it's just me and him for now. And she's like, oh, when are the other 3 showing up? And I'm like, later throughout the day, I think. I'm not too sure, but for now it's just me and him checking in. Yes. And she looked at me like, a hotel room, eh? And I was like, okay. I don't think she meant anything by it, but I got flustered because I think I realized, like, that's when it dawned on me. I am going to be alone with Shoto for like 8 fucking hours. It dawned on me. that exact moment in front of, like, I didn't think about it. Like, I knew everyone else was coming later. Like, Yuzu was coming in later and Yusan was joining us the next day. I knew it, but like, I didn't think about the fact that I'm gonna be alone with Shoto for like 7 to 8 fucking hours in a hotel, right? So I was like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna do with Shoto? The moment I thought about that, guess who came fucking waddling in? The shit toe himself, SHX toe, just came in out of fucking nowhere, like spawning from thin air, and he goes, oh my god, Michi, hey! You know how so many people are saying like, oh, every time I meet Shoto, he gives you the biggest bear hug. Like, he is just so nice. He just hugs you. Not to me. Because we're not, you know, like, our first interaction wasn't like... Our first impression IRL of each other wasn't the best. And we only got closer recently because of, like, all the collabs we did. But, like, we ain't close like that. You know what I mean? So it's literally me and Shoto in front of this lady, and we are acting so fucking awkward. Like, Shoto is like trying to look at me and being like, hey, and I'm like, oh, hey, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I raised my hand to kind of give a hello. He raised his hand to kind of give a handshake. Like, it's one of those, you know? So like, I raised my hand to wave. He raised his hand to shake my hand. So now my hand has to like do the up, down, scoop down, like from up all the way down to like shake his hand, because I didn't think of shaking his hand. And I think he realized, so he went from down to up. So now we're shaking hands like face level. Like, it was one of those. It was so awkward. So I was like, 7 to 8 hours of this, eh? That's gonna be great. So we checked in. I introduced my mom. Now, here is yet another second mistake, because until today, by the way, my mother can't shut the fuck up about Shoto. So my mom was there and I was like, hey mom, so this is Shoto. Shoto, this is my mother. And Shoto was like, hello there. It's so nice to meet you, Mochievee. And my mom's like, oh, you're Shoto. Oh, wow. Hello. And then Shoto gave my mom a gift. Now, here's the thing. Before this trip, Shoto asked me like, hey, do you like bacon? Like, do you like this like pork thing? Because like, I guess Shoto was bringing gifts. Shoto was like, do you and your family like pork? I was like, we don't eat it. Like, my family don't eat it. Well, I don't eat it, right? I said like, I don't eat it. And Shoto is so fucking funny. Shoto's like, oh, is it because it's haram? And I was like, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. It's because it's haram. And I'm like, yes, it is. Technically, you are correct. But it's because I'm pescatarian. But that is true. That is true. So I just said yes. There were so many moments like that where, like, I think the first time we met, I was like, oh, I don't eat that. And Shoto's like, oh, no, that's beef. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't eat meat. And he's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. It's one of those. So Shoto gave my mom, like, this really pretty coffee thing. It's like coffee, but it's packed, you know, like it has like a really pretty box, it has a pretty bag, like it's really fancy looking coffee. So Shoto handed it over to my mom. She's like, here you go, like this is for you, ma'am. And my mom was like, oh my god, a gift for Watashi? Oh my gosh. And then ever since that day, the thought of Shoto didn't leave her mind. Alright, I'm gonna tell you what happened recently. This is after the trip. I just got out of the hospital. My mom called to check up on me. She checked up on me for 1 minute. She went, how are you feeling? I said, good. She's like, are you still sick? I'm like, kind of, but I'm recovering. She's like, anyways. Okay. And I'm like, damn, you didn't call me for that, did you? She's like, anyways, I drank the coffee with your dad like earlier today. Tasted so fucking good. That Shoto kid, great taste. And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy that you like, I'll tell Shoto that you like this gift. And she's like, yeah, I mean, damn, you know, VTubers are just really charming, huh? I guess that's part of the job. And I'm like, mother, I have never heard you call me charming in my life. So where is this coming from? She's like, not you. I'm talking about Shoto. And I was like, ah, well, you said VTubers. Last I checked, I'm a VTuber too, but fuck me, I guess. So I was like, yeah, no, Shoto is very charming. She's like, man, what, has he always been a VTuber? Like, how long? And I made the mistake of I said, oh no, I think Shoto was like a med student. Like, I think he was like working in like a medical field before he was a VTuber. And I said that. Damn. When I'm telling you, okay, the description of a person is kryptonite, that is true. My mom literally went, what? He was a what? And I'm like, yes, I think he was like a med student, or he was working in the medical field or something. And my mom's like, what? He is a doctor? Now, I don't know what Shoto did, but I'm like, I don't know. I think, maybe. She's like, he is charming and he is a doctor. And I'm like, well, he's a VTuber now, but I mean, kind of. And she's like, what? But does he do this? And I'm like, yeah, he does. Because I was like, she's like, he looks very like fit. And I'm like, oh yeah, he works out. Like he works out almost every day. She's like, what? Like half vomiting, you know? Like, what? He also work out. And I'm like, yes. She's like, oh wait, didn't you guys go to this like facial place and dentist place? I'm like, yes, he likes that. She's like, what? He likes taking care of himself. So it's over, man. It's over. You know, and you know something so crazy? Something so fucking crazy? My mom told my dad that Shoto got that for them. Okay, not as in like, she went to my dad and went, hey, you know Michi's friend Shoto? Guess what he got us? What he got you? So my dad is over here also equally as smitten as my mother, being like, wow, your friend thought about me. I wasn't even on the trip, but he thought about me. This guy, very nice. Is he single? I knew it. You know, my dad was talking to me. He's like, is this guy single? And I'm like, I don't know, Dad. He's like, you know, a man. I'm gonna tell you this. This is like after the trip, but my dad gave me a pep talk on how men show their love. Yes. Yes. He's like, you know, guys do these things to show that they want you more than a friend. And I'm like, yes? What do you mean by that? It's like giving their father a present. That is a sign that they are like, Father, I want to be with your daughter. And I'm like, is this about Shoto? He's like, yes. And I'm like, absolutely not. And no, Shoto is not like that. Okay, Shoto do this because Shoto likes himself a lot. He don't like you. He don't like me. He like himself. Also, I think he likes cock. And I don't have... I am not his type, right? And my dad's like, no, you are a beautiful girl. I'm like, that is the problem. I have tried to explain. Yes. And he's like, you are a no, don't lie to me today. But yeah, that was the whole thing. My parents are low-key, my parents are like softcore shipping me with this man because he got my mother a very fancy... This coffee got some fucking drugs in it. I swear to God. I don't know what kind of shit this coffee has, but this man got my parents hallucinating. Until today, by the way. Until today. My parents will go like, oh my God, how is Shoto doing? I don't know. The last I spoken to Shoto was like 5 days ago, and it's me going, I am sick. And he goes, ha ha. And that's it. So, yes. Thank you, Shoto. Fuck you, but thank you, Shoto.